Now is the time.
Forever? Tangent. Old.
Halt.
Hashtag always MGM.
You are approaching the unloading area.
Calm down. AK haters.
But what if it could?
Behold the
Disney
majesty of the
breeze.
Sistine ceiling.
For the kids.
A salute to all theme parks, but mostly Walt Disney World.
What a cute ending.
Aloha and
Don't Dillo it.
This is Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz. She is the 8-year-old.
Hi.
And I am Frank, and we are here because Jen is undergoing a major renovation of her home. She's packing it all up. She's moving it to Mama and Papa Dillo's. It's a whole summer project that requires her time a little bit more this week. You've heard about this renovation, right? Yes, it's been major, has it not?
Yes. It's so crowded.
It's very crowded. There's a lot of boxes to be packed, right?
Yeah.
But you and I and Mrs. Dillo, who you know as
Mommy.
we just came back from Universal Studios. So I thought we would take a little bit of time to talk about the 4 days that we spent there. This was your first time to Universal Studios in Orlando. What were your instant reactions?
Surprise, excitement, a little bit nervousness for some of the rides.
Yeah, some of the rides made you a little nervous.
Mostly excitement, though.
Mostly excitement, though. Now, we went because for about a year and a half, we spent reading all 7 Harry Potter books, right, before bedtime. After every book, we saw a movie. Once we did all 7 books and all 8 movies, and then we did what?
The play.
The play. We did Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway. And we went to see the exhibition on 34th Street in Manhattan in May. So we have been slowly planting the seeds to visit the wizarding world of Harry Potter. So we all could have this immersive Harry Potter experience after reading and watching and doing all the things for almost 2 years.
Really?
Almost. Pretty close.
Wow.
Overall, because we started July or August in 2022. And now it's June of 2024.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There we are. What do you think about that? We had a great travel planner. Her name is Vasilia. She helped Mama out. Kept it local here in New York City. So she set us up at Sapphire Falls. What did you think of the hotel?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And the pool had a water slide.
The pool had a water slide. And you went on the water slide many times, right?
Yes.
Yes. And did you bring your mother and father on with you sometimes too?
Yeah.
But we really enjoyed Sapphire Falls. What would you think is your favorite part of the hotel overall besides the pool? What did you really like about it?
The room.
The room, right? And we had the water taxi that brought you over to the parks. That was cool, right? Yeah. And
it was funny when the speaker said, "Are there sharks under this water?" Well, we don't want to find out.
That's right. Are there sharks under this water? We don't want to find out. Yeah. So, but instant, access to the parks. We got in an hour early every morning. On Friday, because we got there Thursday, we had to fly out of an airport that we were not scheduled to fly out of.
No.
We flew out of White Plains instead of LaGuardia, which is like right across the street from us, right?
Technically, yeah.
How was I doing about that change?
So much travel anxiety.
So much travel anxiety, but we got on a plane and we got there still in the morning on Thursday morning. But on Friday, you and I had a talk because at that point, you had already been on all 4 Harry Potter related rides. Flight of the Hippogriff, Forbidden Journey, Hagrid's Motorcycle Adventure, and Escape from Gringotts. And you put them in order from 4 to 1. Do you remember how you went 4, 3, 2, 1?
Yes.
Tell me how you went in that order.
So, my last one, my least favorite one, was Flight of the Hippogriff.
Flight of the Hippogriff was 4. Yeah.
It's so short.
It's too short for you, but still fun, fast,
Fun.
but short.
Yes.
Better than Goofy's Barnstormer.
Yes.
Which you were not a fan of when you were 5 years old.
Nope.
No, because
And still not a fan of it.
still not a fan of it because Thunder Mountain is your Magic Kingdom coaster jam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then number 3 was, at the time that we spoke about it, Forbidden Journey in Hogwarts Castle over in Hogsmeade, number 3. Number 2 was
Hagrid's Motorcycle Adventure.
Hagrid's was number 2, which made number 1.
Gringotts.
Escape from Gringotts was number 1. How many times in the 4 days did we ride Escape from Gringotts overall?
8 times.
8 times. 8 times we rode Gringotts. So that was on Friday that you ranked them like that. Now, after Friday, we had been on Hagrid's one more time on Saturday morning, and then we did a night ride on Saturday night at the end of the day in Islands of Adventure. Do you still keep your ranking, or because you went on Hagrid's, does Hagrid's move to number 1 because of that nighttime ride, or is it still Escape from Gringotts?
It's really hard. I think they're a tie, though.
Oh, it's a tie, though? You're not ready to commit to one over the other.
Nope.
Let's talk about Escape from Gringotts for a second because of the amount of times that we went on the attraction. What is it about Escape from Gringotts that you really, 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 really loved?
Well, it's really fast, and it makes you feel like you're like part of the story, part of Harry Potter, part of the whole thing.
Yeah, if you felt like you were on an adventure in the world of Harry Potter.
Yes.
That was, I mean, when you went on the ride the first time on Thursday afternoon, which was June the 6th, if we're keeping record of the dates, when you first went on it, were you nervous about getting on? Like, you went through the whole Gringotts queue, you passed all the goblins?
Nah, not really.
No, you weren't nervous about it?
Except for losing my headband.
You were a little afraid of losing your headband. But what was the feeling like the first time you were on Escape from Gringotts?
Awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah. What was your favorite? Do you have a particular favorite part, like the different scenes? No, not too many spoilers if you haven't been on it, but is there one part that you really, really loved?
The end. It's really funny.
You think it's really funny? I mean, Bill Weasley, right? It was Bill. That's
yes.
Right. So he has a big part in the ride, and so you liked how he kind of
was like,
hey, everything's
you
fine.
got attacked by stuff.
Hey, everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's okay.
At least you're safe.
Right. And do you think that is Bill Weasley in that attraction more than all the movies combined? I feel like he's not in the movies all that much.
No, except for like the fourth.
The fourth.
Because
right.
of the first half.
Because of the first one. So, but Escape from Gringotts, like we went on probably twice each day, maybe 3 times one day and one the other day. But even the last day, when you went on the 7th time on Sunday morning, we thought that was the last time. We still went on one more time. Yeah. So, okay. So other things that you did in the Wizarding World besides the rides. Let's talk about some of your favorites. I'm going to let you say what some of your favorites.
Get a wand from Ollivander.
Getting a wand from Ollivander. So let's talk about that. You got picked. Yeah. And what was some of your, what did that feel like when you were getting chosen by the wand keeper?
I was a little nervous.
You were a little nervous?
I was the only kid there.
You were the only kid there, which made it easy to be chosen during that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was pretty awesome just to be able to try out the different wands.
The first 2 didn't work, but then the third one lit up.
It lit up, right? Yeah, so cool, right? Yeah. And so then you got to try out the wand in different parts of Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade, right?
Yeah, we were able to do real magic.
Real magic. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what else did you do? What else did you do? And it could be anything. It doesn't have to be just a wand. What other things did you really love?
Well, we got a pygmy puff from the Weasley's joke shop.
Yeah, you felt like you had to buy something at the Weasley. You felt like you owed it to the Weasleys to buy something from their joke shop.
Yeah.
But you thought the pygmy puffs were really cute.
Yeah, and they make sound.
And they make sounds when you squeeze them, right? That's pretty
I
cool.
can go get it.
No, you don't have to go get it right now. but makes like a little cooing sound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purring.
Hmm?
Purring.
Purring. It purrs. Excuse me. Pardon me. What we tried different foods. What was some of your favorite food or drink? Either one.
Well, my favorite drink was butterbeer. My favorite food, that's pretty hard.
Yeah. Between the ice Florian Fortescue's.
No,
Florian.
Florin and Birdescues.
All right. However,
I thought you could pronounce it.
Well, and suddenly I lost my way with it. I don't know. But you had a mint flavor.
Which accidentally got terrible banana in it.
Which I had.
It ruined it.
I had the soft serve banana, but I guess when they had the soft serve banana, they made mine, and then they did your mint soft serve. Some of the banana got in there, but it was good for what you had, right?
Yeah.
And then what did Mrs. Dillo have?
She had butterbeer ice cream.
And that was the best one.
Yes.
Yeah.
We also had a butterbeer popsicle.
That was pretty good. The butterbeer popsicle. I had not tried that before.
And there's a surprise on the stick.
There was a surprise on the stick?
Yeah.
What was the surprise on the stick? You can say it. Oh wait. Well, let me whisper. Go ahead. There were bugs on the stick?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice the bugs.
On Mommy's stick there was.
Was there real bugs?
No. It was a draw.
It was a draw. It was like a sketch of a bug?
Yeah.
I missed that whole part.
Yeah.
I was eating mine too fast, I guess.
You didn't want them out.
And we went to both Three Broomsticks and
The Leaky Cauldron.
right. Which one did you like better?
Tricky.
Tricky. Thinking. I like Three Broomsticks better myself.
Same.
Yeah, I thought you might say that. Are you saying that because I said that, or do you feel that way?
I actually feel that
Yeah.
way. And near the Three Broomsticks, there's a special bathroom.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, the bath. That
The
restroom.
bathroom.
The bathroom, which if you go inside,
There's a moaning sound.
There's a moaning sound. That's right.
Slash words.
But quote unquote moaning.
Yeah. If you have read the books, you probably know about that.
All right. And so and we did that. You got some money from Gringotts. You did a money exchange.
Yeah. Real Muggle money for real Gringotts money.
Real Muggle money for real Gringotts money. That was really cool. And then what I thought was cool were the shows. You saw a couple of the shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mama Dillo was friends with one of the people who were in the shows, a Bobaton.
Yeah, Mama knew Mrs. Dillo knew Bobaton, and so you got to meet them, right, and take a photo. That was really cool. Yeah, the Tri-Wizard Spirit Rally was cool.
Yeah.
The Tales of Beetle the Bard.
And the singing.
Oh, and the singing, right? Yeah, the singer with the backup singers whose name I can't think of right now.
Me either.
But that was Celestial. Celestial, I think is her name. But I will do a fact check for myself on that. But yeah, I really hadn't seen. I saw maybe the singing before, but I hadn't seen the Wizarding Academy of Dramatic Arts performance of The Tale of the Three Brothers before. I thought that was really cool. The puppets were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got have to sit front row for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then overall we went to Nocturnally. Right? Yeah, that was cool. And we got to go on the Hogwarts Express. Which way did you like going on the Hogwarts Express? Did you like going from From Diagon Alley to Hogsmeade, or from Hogsmeade to Diagon Alley?
That's really tricky.
Yeah, putting you on the spot here.
I liked both.
Yeah. And I guess when we ranked the 4 attractions, we hadn't been on the Hogwarts Express yet. We don't have to include that one in the 4 if you don't want to. In the 5, I guess. No. But do you have a response? I don't want to say which way do you which way are you leaning?
I'm leaning towards Hogsmeade to Diagon Alley.
Oh yeah, it was a little like lighter, I guess.
Yeah, but also the other way is pretty cool.
The other way is pretty cool. No spoilers, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to spoil.
Mhm,
Oh yeah,
mhm.
buttoning it up right there.
I didn't say it's not button. It's locking.
All right. Oh, you're locking it up?
Yeah.
You're not buttoning it up, you're locking it up?
Yeah.
Are you throwing away the key, or are you keeping it on a necklace around you?
I'm keeping it in my pocket.
Okay. So that quickly is a quick overview and feelings, but we can talk about it longer at some other point. What other parts of Universal Studios and or Islands of Adventure do you really, really want to talk about? So tricky. What was your second favorite? Well, what was your favorite ride that's not a Harry Potter ride?
That's really,
That-
really tricky.
Oh, that's tricky too? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can we talk about the ride that you did 5 times?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Which one was that?
The Mummy.
Revenge of the Mummy. How did you feel before the first time you were going to ride?
I thought it was going to be really scary.
Yeah, but you weren't that scared in the end, huh?
No, it's really fast and fun.
Really fast and fun. I had not been on Revenge of the Mummy in a really long time, so it was fun for me too, and fun that you had so much fun. First time we went right back for a second time.
Yep.
Turned it right around.
Whee!
But now you want to watch the Mummy, the movie version.
A little bit.
A little bit, maybe like sideways, like kind of half looking. That movie turns 25 this year, just like Islands of Adventure just turned 25 years old.
Wait, really?
Yeah, really? Yeah.
I did not know that.
You did not know that. You had a hot take from me when we walked to school this morning.
Uh-huh.
What ride did you say you liked better than The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man?
E.T.
E.T. So you have not seen the movie E.T.
Nope.
So you had very little knowledge of E.T. I warned you that a lot of E.T.'s friends were not in the movie.
Yeah.
But you said that you liked the E.T. adventure better than Spider-Man. Yeah,
because Spider-Man got all fuzzy.
Got all fuzzy. Yeah, there were some technical difficulties at the end. The sound went out, so you really didn't know what was happening. And again, you're like flying through the city, and when you fly through the city without sound, it's not as fun. You need kind of all that sound effects with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was very confusing.
And it all stopped.
And then it all stopped, right? And you didn't really know that the ride was over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
But E.T., what did you like about E.T.?
It was so cute.
It was cute. What did you think E.T. was cute? And yeah.
I thought everyone was cute.
You thought everyone was cute. You like riding a bicycle. Yeah.
Even though you didn't have to pedal. I wish you could pedal a little bit.
You wish you could pedal. I think everyone.
And I wish it was faster. You're traveling through light years and you're going so slow. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. But I told you that E.T. is the last original ride in Universal Orlando that's in the studios portion that's still open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll talk about one other thing, and then we'll talk in general. But we did on Saturday morning. We did a lot of the water rides. We did the Jurassic Park River Adventure, and then we went to Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls.
Yes.
And then we went to Bluto's Bilge Rat, which we rode back to back, and then went back to Dudley Do-Right one more time to Ripsaw Falls. So we did 5 water rides, basically. Before lunch, and then ate at the Burger Digs. That's right.
That was good.
Right. Which you think the grilled chicken sandwich at you had just had the grilled chicken, but the grilled chicken at Burger Digs you liked.
Yeah,
It was good, right?
and there's a milkshake.
Well, of course, there's the real reason why we loved it so much.
Yes.
So, do you remember how you ranked those 3? 1, 2, 3?
Yep.
Go ahead.
So my first favorite one was the
Blutos.
Blutos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then my second one is Dudley Do, right?
Yeah.
Third one was the Jurassic Park. Because Jurassic Park, you don't get that wet.
You don't get as wet on Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just got kind of sprayed. We were in the front, and we only really got sprayed. I
Yeah.
would say, right? And I think I was a little disappointed that it felt outdated to me. It felt a little old, much like me, who's old. But you really like Dudley Do Right, and you really like Bill. What did you like most about the Bill Drat barges?
I liked a lot of things.
Yeah, go ahead. What were some of the things you liked?
Well,
It's okay. I don't think I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead and say it.
what do you
No, I
think
can't tell you. I wanted to
gonna
see if it's
say?
gonna say.
Hmm.
You like watching other people get soaked.
Yeah.
That is a fun part because you never know who's gonna get wet. On like
We didn't get the most wet, which is no fair. I want to be in the grandma seat.
well, in the first ride, there were two grandmas who weren't really prepared for what
And
was
they got
coming.
soaked.
They got soaked. So
Which was no
and we
fair.
all were having great laughs. So everyone
Yeah.
was laughing. It was a great time. And really, and to me, I had not been on Bluto since 1999,
Wow.
and I really enjoyed it because it was definitely more of a family ride. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is a quick view. What other things that we did not talk about that you may want to talk about that you really, really liked?
Does it have to be in Universal Studios? Like in the parks?
Is there something outside the park you really liked?
Yes.
And but over last weekend, there's something I'm missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me.
The Chocolate Emporium.
Oh, the Chocolate Emporium. Yeah, we went to Toothsome. That was the last thing we did before we went to the airport on Sunday. But you enjoyed the brunch there, didn't you? And what was that dessert you had at the end?
I had a mint chocolate chip milkshake.
Yeah, that was like mint. If there's one thing, like if there's mint ice cream together somewhere, you're getting it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was really yummy.
It was called That's Mint.
That's mint. And right, it had like a giant Oreo ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, with mint chocolate chip ice cream in the middle and little mint chocolate candies and whipped cream and everything.
And everything. It was really good.
Yeah.
And I had
Daddy stole some of it.
How dare you? So that was a good point. I forgot to make mention of that. But you did the Jimmy Fallon ride too. You liked that?
Yes.
You liked some of the Minions stuff?
Yeah. And surprisingly, Daddy liked some of it.
I liked the I haven't seen any of those movies or anything, but I enjoyed.
You had no idea what was going on.
I had no idea what was going on. I'm sure I didn't understand. I didn't understand any of it. And then Men in Black, you did with the aliens.
Yeah.
Right? And
it was a bit weird.
It was a bit weird. Yeah. Someday you'll watch that movie, you'll have a better understanding. And then what about the Dr. Seuss Land? What did you think of Seuss Landing?
It was funny.
It was funny, right? It was cute.
Except it wasn't like a roller coaster.
No, listen, every ride can't be a thrill ride in these theme parks, you know. I know I know as an 8-year-old, you're just seeking out the thrills, but will you go back to Universal Studios?
Yeah.
What will you look forward to in the future at Universal Studios?
The taller rides.
So, do you remember?
There's the Hulk.
The Hulk.
Which I have 6 more inches to go.
6 more inches to go.
And then the Velocicoaster, which I have 3 more inches
You have 3 inches to go, but if Mrs. Dillo has her way, it'll be 6 inches because she doesn't want you to go flying out of the car.
But I won't! I'll hold on one just like I do for the mummy.
You will hold on, and Escape from Gringotts 8 times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hulk, Velocicoaster, Fearfall. Will you do Fearfall the Towers when it brings you up like that?
Maybe.
That's and Rip It, Rock It, Ride It, Roller Coaster. I don't know what you wouldn't let Mama
Nope.
single rider that one. No, not that one. No.
No. I can't go on a roller coaster, then she can't go on a roller coaster.
Hey, let her go on Velocicoaster and Hulk though.
Yeah, because we were in line and I was drinking my lemonade.
Oh, because you were drinking lemonade.
And we were in line for a very good roller
Yeah, right.
Hagrid.
And we did Hagrid's, right? But Hagrid's at night or Hagrid's during the day? Which you prefer? What would you prefer?
Hagrid's at night.
Hagrid's at night is awesome.
You get more stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna end our portion of the recording with a hot take from you. Last hot take. Okay, and then Stephers, who is gonna ask me a lot of questions separately from this recording right here.
Okay.
But you ranked these 3 things because we do a lot of rankings, right? Rank in the following order, please. You've been to Walt Disney World. You've been on a Disney cruise. You've been to Universal Studios. Put your 3 favorites in order.
It's really hard.
Okay.
And I don't want to upset anyone.
Okay.
But it's number 1, Universal Studios.
What? That's number 1 now? Wow.
I already told you my order.
I didn't think that was number 1. Number 2 is?
Disney Cruise.
Oh, brother.
And then number 3 is Walt Disney World.
You know that Theme Park Thursday is a salute to all theme parks, but mostly Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
And Walt Disney World is now number 3 in this list.
Well, Disney Cruise is still Disney themed. And you start in Disney World. So still.
All right. Well, that will wrap things up here with the 8-year-old who jumped in for Jen on the podcast this week. Do you have any social media that we need?
What?
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok? None of that yet, right? No.
What?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Until next time, she's the 8-year-old, and I'm Frank. Bye-bye.
Hello, it's me.
Hi,
It's
Stephers.
Stephers. I'm here. Hi, Jeffers
hello.
from Canada. Nice to meet you. It's been so long since I've seen faces.
Well, Jen is preoccupied living her HGTV dreams.
Let's be honest. Is it HGTV or is it like Hoarders?
Is it the money pit? I don't know. It could be any of those things at this point. But it's Stephers. It's me. I'm returned from a 4-day trip to Universal Orlando. So we've brought in Stephers because people are clamoring. They're clamoring to know about my trip.
You live 15 minutes from Jen, but you're not helping her renovate. What is this, Lexi?
How
What
far
is
do I live
this?
from Jen? No, I live
15 minutes.
No, I live 15 to 20
Lexi.
minutes.
Lexi lives 15.
Oh, yes, that's true. Lexi does. Lexi should be helping Jen.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
Disrespect.
understand.
It's Frank. He doesn't know how to work this internet.
Lexi and Jen live I think on the same block.
She never texted me. That's because she's too busy drowning in things.
Yeah.
Anyway, Frank
What
just
about
came
this?
back from a 4-day trip.
No.
A 4-day trip to Universal Orlando. Please unzoom me. No one needs to see that much of my face. Not necessary.
The live stream, getting a show here on our YouTube channel, Dillo's Dish YouTube channel. It's Stephers, proper introduction. She, one of the co-pilots of the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. She, one of the co-hosts of...
You can't say it.
I could say it. Jen's not here.
Oh, is that why we don't say it?
Sipping and Bitching podcast.
Oh, cute. I've never heard you curse before.
Oh.
It's like No, let me not ruin the illusion. Never. There might be kids that listen to this podcast.
Let's keep it friendly. So Stephers is here to ask all the hard-hitting questions about my
Yes.
Universal Orlando trip. It's not official trip report until Jen's here, apparently. Oh, there's Jen. Jen's in the chat now. She's
I don't approve of this. Well, you're not here. If you wanted to fight, you can. Sorry.
wait. I saw Lewis is saying, "Click your face and drag." Come on.
I told you.
Wow. 4
Look
years
at
of
Frank,
StreamYard.
and you
Wow.
keep dropping people out.
I've been dropping
Lewis, you
people
just
out
broke his
for
mind.
4 years.
Oh, Lewis, you are the real MVP. Hi, Aurora.
And
Hello,
all of
John.
you,
Welcome. What?
all of you who have been watching us for years. Not
No
once.
one uses StreamYard. No one uses StreamYard.
What are the people using?
I don't know. Just not StreamYard. Why do you ask me questions like I'm a professional podcaster?
What do you all on? What do you use on the sipping and the bitching?
We don't to record
Yeah.
Zoom like
Just Zoom?
normal humans. Yeah.
What
And
do you?
Discord and like OBS.
What
Like, we're
what are the
streamers.
monorailers user?
Discord.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm learning a lot here.
Listen here. See that? Lewis is the realist.
Huh.
Teaching us the things. Also, my questions are written down in case anyone was worried that I was unprepared for this podcast. I am
Oh.
definitely unprepared. However, I do have questions written down
Oh.
that I came up with about 10 minutes ago.
All right. Before we get going here, I want to mention 2 things. One, Mrs. Dillo, she stayed local with her travel planning, and so she used Vasilia over at ET Family Travel, and we want to shout her out here. That's her.
Love the name.
So make sure you check out Vasilia on the Instas. Give her a follow. Do the whole thing. Was awesome. Gave us a little pre-package. Mrs. Dillo got some awesome. Well, because the 8-year-old doesn't have pierced ears yet. So
8?
yeah, you know.
Your children are getting old. So
That's-
am I, apparently.
we're all
Anyway,
old.
continue.
So some Harry Potter earrings Mrs. Dillo wore on the trip. So shout out. I'll do another shout out there at the end for Vasilia, but at Vasilia.etfamilytravel on the Instas. Do it. All right. We can jump right in. Do you have like an opening? Do you have like a mission statement for this? Do you have like a concept, like a overall arching theme?
The overarching theme is how many times can Frank disappoint me in the course of this episode?
I'm ready.
No, this is kind of subjective, obviously, but it's also very much I know you're gonna do a whole trip report, so like I don't want to ruin it. So
No,
I'm
it's
gonna kind
okay.
of do broad spectrum questions.
I'm right.
But I'm gonna start with the most important. Did you write ET? Did the 8-year-old write ET? Did we all family unit write ET? And then, depending on this answer, this episode might be cut short.
Well, I was worried.
That's a well. We started off well. That's not a good sign.
I was worried about you, Stephers, and how you would react if the 3 of us, as a family on this family trip, Universal Studios specific, did not ride ET, and
You're delaying the inevitable. Go ahead.
and the 8-year-old will have a response as well that I recorded, but that goes along with this because she has not seen the movie.
That's fair. You don't need to, honey. You don't need to. You just need to know who E.T. is and Steven Spielberg.
So Thursday, no E.T. Friday, no E.T. Saturday morning, no E.T. We had a dinner at 5:00 on Saturday because the park was open a little later because it was Orlando.
I didn't ask you
Informer
about food.
weekend.
I did not ask about the food, sir.
So
why did you do OI?
What's that? No.
Why didn't you do the meetup?
No. I will talk to you about that another time because I felt like I don't quite understand it all. But
okay. I'll fly.
But it got
Fine.
to about we got back in the park around 6:30 p.m. on Saturday night. And
Mhm.
we were like, well, we haven't even walked over towards the DreamWorks area, which was,
You
the
didn't
soft
even
opener.
walk there? I'm, like, wounded right now.
Well,
Continue.
because that side Steffers, like The
No, keep
Simpsons
going.
is not a
Mm,
thing. Like
you're burying yourself, just please.
Born, is not going to be for the 8-year-old. But we knew, and we knew someone who was performing over in that area. It was on the list. So we walked over, and when we walked over, we did like a loop around, and I'll explain why she didn't like go on the Trolls roller coaster, but we did go on ET at that point. So yes, we did ride ET. Steffers, are you
Okay, but
happy?
did you get like a family photo in front of the new sign? Did you do the little cute passport thing in the gift shop? Did ET say your name? Like, these are the questions that really burn me up inside. If he didn't say your name, like, honestly, that's kind of par for the course.
So,
So
right, because I try to figure out what are we going to sell the 8-year-old on. So no, we didn't get a picture in front of the sign, no, but I forgot that there was the new sign.
that's, disappointing, but that's okay. It's
Okay,
just a
so what
sign.
was the
I won't
second
cry.
question?
Did you do the little passport? There's a cute little, you could take your picture, like the photo pass that they used to have for annual pass. No, okay, that's fine. Did you
Okay,
do anything in
so
there?
we put in our names, and I was like, get ready because there's like a little special thing.
No, no, they scanned it wrong, didn't they?
So ET at the end of this right now. The 8-year-old's all in on ET. Thinks ET is cute. Thinks all of ET's friends are cute on this home
The little
planet.
ETs too?
Yeah, like all the
Magdoll.
like it.
Was she sold on Magdoll?
No,
Okay, okay, that was the right answer. I just wanted to make
I don't
sure.
think so. Ignored that one. All the little ETs, on the planet were cute. Gets to the end, and we're in the back row,
Mhm.
so you hear ET starts to rattle off the name. Lewis, and I'm saying Lewis even though he's in the chat, but someone on the ride was named Lewis, I think, because that's the only name I heard. Because like Lewis, and we're like, well, all right,
So no. The
so
answer's
much for that.
no.
So we did not
Mm.
hear the names.
Okay, honestly, this could have gone a lot worse. So far, so good. Sorta.
I did
So,
not make my child cry. I'm seeing the questions here. Did not make the child cry.
someone asked
And
that? Oh, have nightmare? No. If she could get through Magdoll and like didn't even bat an eye,
yeah,
like there's no nightmares being had.
I will say, because I don't want to get in the way of Stepher's questions. Like, fear was overcome quickly on this trip. So, what is that character's name? Magdoll? What are you saying?
Magdoll.
Yeah,
Magdoll. The
yeah,
pink one.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a
You
factor.
you know which one I'm talking about. Like, I don't know. Anyway, um okay, that is it for my ET questionnaire. That is the most important question that you will be receiving this evening.
Okay.
Following up, you already okay, I'm going to viewer questions that I
Oh,
asked earlier.
okay.
Just because I have more, but like it's gonna be like
Sure.
um did you do the Born Spectacular show? That's a no because of the 8-year-old, or was that a
Yeah,
yes?
it was a no because of the 8-year-old. Yeah, and I mean, guns
Because
aren't
of
her
the
thing.
violence? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Have you done it though? No, because
I have done it. Yeah, I
you
did
went
it
last
in
trip.
January in 2022, not Justin's 40th, the one before that where
Yeah,
you got me the hookup. That one.
yeah. Okay.
I like that attraction. And
Yeah, I
as
figured
a
you did.
big T2 fan, T2 3D, like love that
I think that was a
attraction.
great replacement,
Yeah.
to be
Mhm.
honest.
It was acceptable.
Um, to no one's surprise, Adam's question is, does he consider Volcano Bay Universal's third park or is it separate?
I
Defer?
listen,
Mhm.
historically, right, when we talk about Walt Disney World and we say the Animal Kingdom is the 6th park after Typhoon and Lagoon and Blizzard Beach, do we really think there's 6 parks in Walt Disney World? No. There's 4 parks and then there's water parks. So no, I would not. I don't understand Volcano Bay being the 3rd park. No. When Epic opens, that's the 3rd park. That's it.
Interesting.
Do you think it's a third? But do you think a water park is a park? You're not saying there's 6 parks at Walt Disney World, are you, Stephers?
Yeah, I
Come on.
absolutely am.
Nah.
I absolutely am. You have to buy a separate ticket to go into said park.
There's 4 theme
What?
parks and 2 water parks.
6 parks. Anyway, this next one might come off as a little aggressive. However, I am just going to read. Why do you hate? I can't even. Why do you hate Justin Monorail so much that you didn't try to see him for a single second when he came down to Universal, especially knowing Justin Monorail won't be in town during the Dillo's meetup in September? Period. Rude.
Well, first we didn't book the Dillo's meetup. But we didn't consult. So had we known that Justin Monorail was going to be out of town, they probably would have, done some consideration there. Second, as mentioned, there's
8-year-old.
the
Would be
8-year-old.
8-year-old. That's
Like, there's
fine.
a very focused on the child Harry Potter thing happening on this trip. So, like, this trip is comparable to a August 2021 trip, which was like a lot. I don't know if we did a week. How long did we do in Walt Disney World? Probably 5 days. But that was like, we knew that was like, this is going to be core memory Walt Disney World trip. And we saw a couple of people throughout that week, but it was kind of holding on to that. And this time, especially, we wanted to make sure that it was like, the 8-year-old doesn't need to say, oh, you were too busy podcasting, friends, the whole time. Like, I don't need to hear that in my life.
I mean, that's valid. If I was the 8-year-old, I would tell that to you too.
Appreciate it, Stephers. I appreciate you backing me up on that.
Okay, so you answered my first question. Okay, you did both parks or just studios?
No, both. Yeah.
Okay, so out of the 2, which one would you say ranks higher on your list?
Me
And
personally,
then, yeah, obviously. And then the follow-up to that is why. Like, what is your reasoning? I know. Hard-hitting questions here.
Okay, so we had the thing with the 4. You get like 2 parks for 2 days, but really you get 4 days. So that's what we're doing.
Buy 2, get 2.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Thank you, Stephers. This is why
You're very welcome. I'm so glad I can help you during this troubling time.
You're here. And here's my thing. Is that right? So I have a different level of nostalgia for Islands of Adventure, because that's really, I did Halloween Horror Nights in 1998, like for a cup of coffee as Mr. Bean, and then in 99 I got hired as a tour guide with the expectation of Islands of Adventure opening. So there's this nostalgic hype for Islands of Adventure that I still hold on to. So
there's no wrong answer. I just want to let you know, like, any park you choose is correct.
I'm going to say Islands of Adventure.
Still, it maintains it.
Yeah, yes, it still maintains. I still don't find there's still enough holes. People complain about Hollywood studios, #AlwaysMGM, about just like the flow and what is it even happening. I find the same thing in the original park. It can be jarring and outdated in places. So,
which is funny because there's so many things that they've removed from Islands that, like, I mean, it can go both ways. I'm intrigued that it still maintains to be your top park considering the changes and like the lack of things.
Yeah, I would see. I was considering the original park only because we spent so much time in Diagon Alley that I feel like that alone almost defeats Islands of Adventure. But when I'm looking at them as a whole, I feel that Islands of Adventure, I still have enough nostalgia for Marvel, and and Seuss Landing is always fun to walk through. Hagrid's brought it up. I hadn't been on Hagrid's until this trip.
And motorbike or sidecar, and then what did you think overall?
I was on motorbike all 3 times.
3 times. Okay, so clearly it's a great ride because you rode it 3 times. Did the 8-year-old was the 8-year-old tall enough for that ride?
Oh yeah,
Did the 8-year-old ride in the sidecar?
she did once on the bike and twice in the sidecar.
Wow.
So,
I love that for her.
sh-
Right now.
so yeah,
Right
we
now.
did 2 rope drops on Hagrid's, and then we did one 80-minute wait at the end of the day to do a night ride.
Oh, and the night rides are kind of worth it, to be
The night
honest.
ride is 1000% worth an 80-minute wait at the end of a long, hot day. It was awesome at night. It was really, really great.
You know. Okay, so then follow up since okay, if we're gonna talk about Harry Potter, I gotta read. Okay, wait, no, one question before I go to
Okay.
Harry Potter. Did you ride Velocicoaster?
I did not. I
You're
wrote it
too old.
2
You're
years
broken.
ago. Mrs.
Yeah.
Dillo did single rider.
Okay, and
So, yeah, she loved
fan?
it. She loved
Okay,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Moving on to I guess I'll go to Harry Potter stuff. Yeah, because the last question is gonna be like blah, blah, blah. Anyway, um, Diagon Alley or Hogsmeade for you and the 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Where are we? Where are we?
I think we would say both of us are Diagon Alley.
Okay, correct answer. That is the correct answer. I just
Hogsmeade, we are known, here at Dillo's Diz for hating on the animal kingdom for its lack of shade. Hogsmeade is, whew, what you can't hide in Hogsmeade from the sun. It's everywhere. That's the
yeah.
problem.
I mean, I'm sure. Okay, yeah, shade. You're throwing shade by saying there is no shade. And you know
Yeah,
what?
I mean, I think Hagrid's makes it a tough challenge, but Forbidden Journey messes up my head way too much. We went
Have
on.
you been on the newer, like the updated where they like fixed the screens or something or the mechanics
I
or
mean,
I don't remember what they changed.
I went on this
This
time.
time?
The 8-year-old and Mrs. Dillo went twice. I went once. Uh, and it probably was better than because it messed me up that first time 10 years ago, whatever it was.
Okay, so like maybe this is a very big underlined and bolded. Maybe Stephers should ride it the next time she goes. I
Yeah,
haven't ridden it since it opened.
I went in with the mission space mentality of like, do not move your head, just look straight ahead. Don't.
Oh, I'm doing 2 patches behind my ears and one on my tummy.
Oh, I didn't.
And
Yeah, I
then
don't.
having a ginger ale.
Yeah, I didn't do. I didn't do patches or any of that. I think the 8-year-old had wristbands on. The
Yeah, that's fine. No one is older than Frank. Numbers don't matter. Enough said. Ollivander's show.
Yep.
Ollivander's.
Did
Did we get
that was
chosen
like
or no?
for that we did the wand keeper, got chosen, did the thing, bought the wand.
Is there a whole you recorded it, I hope, for
There is a recording, yes.
Okay.
It has to be Snidillo Studios needs to play a little bit with the lighting, because it's a dark video.
Um ice cream? Did we go to Florian Fortescue's? Oh no, not the face.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you said it that way, Stephers, because the 8-year-old and I have been arguing for a week about the proper pronunciation. So she wants to say Florin. I don't even know how she's saying it. I have it on a recording how she says it. But yes, Mrs. Dillo had the butterbeer soft. Is it soft serve on butterbeer or just regular? She had the butterbeer ice cream. I had the banana. And and the 8-year-old just loves anything that's mint chocolate chip or mint flavored ice cream.
Cute.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not the flavors I thought we were going for here, but
No,
like okay, to each their own.
I had the chocolate chili last time. I thought about the Earl Grey and lavender. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't do that.
Mhm.
I'm not like a tea. I'm not like a lavender. Like it scares me. Like I'm just like, I hear great things. Not for Stephers. Stephers
Mhm.
does like clotted cream and
Mhm.
the other one that's not clotted cream, and I get it confused every time, and I can only remember clotted cream. But no, Florian Fortescue's is 10 out of 10. So
Yeah,
highly
very
recommend.
good.
Do we do Gringotts? And did it break?
Stephers. I'm gonna tell you. I want you to guess the number of times that we did
We
this
tried to go and it was down. Oh, you did it? You actually committed to the bit.
to Escape from Gringotts.
Yeah.
We rode this attraction 8 times, Stephers,
I was
in
gonna
4
say
days.
4. I was gonna say 4 times.
8
That's very
times
impressive. The
in
wait
4
wasn't
days.
that long?
25 minutes usually. Yeah,
Say less. It's like walking to the front of the line.
it was nice.
That is a hike. That is like mission or not Mission Space, Space Mountain.
Mhm.
Very wow.
It was 100%. Well, now because of the night ride, the 8-year-old is struggling with what's her favorite ride of the trip.
That makes me so happy because Gringotts is like my top 5 and people like it goes down a lot. Yeah, sure. It's not all size inclusive. Yes, that is a huge problem.
Mhm.
However, the ride itself, I love that ride.
It
It's under
was
Mummy, but
yeah.
like still top tier.
I will just say before we talk more about Gringotts, the Mummy in 4 days we rode 5 times because it was also one of her favorites.
As it should be. Ugh. Honestly, okay, so haven't met the 8-year-old. Fun fact, I've met all of Jen's family. Frank hates me. So have not met anyway. Mm,
As
no.
proven by when I text with Stephers, I keep Jen on the text so she knows.
The proof is in the pudding, bud.
So with Gringotts, it was the first attraction she got to go on. So there's that, I think. But also it is, she believes she is fully immersed in that story. Like she thinks she's in the adventure with everyone.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
This is not a spoiler. Maybe cut this part out for if she listens to this. There was a time that it broke down. I've had it where it stops and you just have to wait for a second.
Mhm.
One time it stopped right before in that lava area, or fire, whatever.
Yeah.
Lights went on, screens went off, and you
Oh,
saw
man.
where the screens were, and I was like, "No, the illusion is broken." It was so talk about
Mhm.
jarring. That was jarring to see because it's so well done, mental games, whatever. 10 out of 10 though,
Yeah,
ride.
8 rides out of 8 without a break-in. So
I mean, clearly they got their stuff together for the summer. Go them. Hold on, I'm walking through the. I'm
but
walking
the
through.
mummy was 5 times. That was also
Oh, there was
where
another important question I
yeah.
have actually.
Okay.
You alluded to it in a tweet. Yeah, I guess you did the villain con. I don't really
Yeah.
respectfully, I don't care about that. Men in Black.
We did Men in Black. Again, I think if we had done that one earlier, maybe the 8-year-old would have liked it more. But I think hadn't not experienced the movie or anything like that, and I don't think it was high up on her list. But yes, we did Men in Black.
I'm proud of you.
But that's where the world ends now because we're not going to the Simpsons side, So it was
Okay, wait. I need more. Cause why?
Well, a couple. One, we're not in. I mean, as much as the Simpsons is my childhood, that it's not I'm not a big Simpsons fan. I appreciate the world of the Simpsons, but I'm not a big fan. The 8-year-old not really into it, and as a Back to the Future lover, and as much as I love the Back to the Future ride, that ride used to, especially when I did tours and I take people on Back to the Future tour, the amount of times I hit the back of my head riding that ride, multiple concussions over the years. I'm convinced. So I haven't been on the Simpsons ride because I don't want to experience that.
Nothing. Back to the Future is is a classic. Sorry. Back to the Future is a classic. I don't blame you for Simpsons. And I think they're actually gonna get rid of the whole thing because
I think they got to.
of the contract.
Who's throwing comments your way that you're laughing at you?
I didn't know. My friend's never mind. My friend was just yelling at me. Anyway, Simpsons, I think the contract is gonna go to Disney, and I think Disney will have to deal with it respectfully.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
You know what?
Yes.
Hollywood Studios, you could put a little some in there.
Where would you put it?
Don't ask me questions. I don't. This isn't a lot. Okay,
Stephers
listen.
doesn't answer questions on this one.
If you're gonna put in, don't even get me started on this rant about things that are going in the animal kingdom that shouldn't go in the animal kingdom. Don't even get me started, Frank. Anyway, Hello,
But
everyone
I
in the
think
chat.
that's like a
Sorry.
big thing about the both parks is that as much, and I think this has been the struggle with Universal in general over the years, is that they come out with something really cool, but then something goes really outdated. And
Yeah.
that's the, the pop culture push and
But I
pull.
will say the execution of the land is very like I think listen, Back to the Future is my jam, always will be my jam.
Mhm.
It's a classic that'll stand the test of time. I don't care what anybody says.
Right.
I do think they at the time that they built the land, it like Krusty Land is very well done, in my opinion. Um, the ride I don't ride anymore because it is the same thing as Forbidden Journey, where like the screens, it
Uh,
was like a quality screen
yeah.
thing, and I would get nauseous because like if it's not, I'm already blind, not literally, but like blurry
Mhm.
vision.
Yeah.
So like if it's a little, like in Soarin' when it's off center, that
Yeah.
like makes me nauseous more.
I want to shout out that Daddy-O's here. We don't get to see Daddy-O too often, so I'm
Hi,
shouting out
Daddy-O.
Daddy-O.
I feel like I'm calling you Daddy-O, but, like, you know what I'm saying, you know? Like,
But
it's
Heist is
not
here too. I would love to know
"Oh,
if Heist is still
hi!"
listening at this moment. That what is
This
his
this
favorite
moment 1 minute ago.
Universal musical score to play on his piano? Because often
There
he's doing the
is a
Disney.
correct answer, though, actually. There is a correct answer, but it's okay, you don't have to tell me.
Do you have? I mean, should we debate this for a second? What for
No, no,
you,
no.
Stephers?
No,
You
no,
want to
no.
wait for it, see if Heist responds first?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no.
We're not
Mm.
ready to discuss the great
I'm
theme.
not gonna debate this. I'm not gonna debate this.
Uh, okay. So are we done with talking
Mm.
about the Simpsons before I do a hard
Yes,
pivot
we
here?
are.
Stephers,
Hard pivot.
I know you were born in the 90s. Oh my God, it's 3:30 in the morning over in the Netherlands. But
Mhm.
Stephers, is there a concerted effort by Universal Orlando to embrace the 90s? Because the music on the water taxis, the music, you got the movie music, obviously. They play classic movie music. But
Mhm.
I feel like it was, again, that weird nostalgia thing for me is that walking through the parks and still hearing the songs I heard when I worked 25 years ago was very bizarre. And I'm like, really? We're doing the Smash Mouth All-Star thing on the water taxi? Okay. All right. And it's just like songs like that kept popping up. And I was like, you hear Traveler Run Around. And I'm like, here we go. This is when I lived here. This is this is it. It was bizarre for me. But do they embrace the 90s? I guess is my question. What do you know of this, Stephers? I'm not supposed to ask you questions.
Yes, your favorite Universal score. Sorry, I'm answering in the comments because you're,
Yes.
being very animated in your musical. I think it's a rights thing and just they want you to relive your olden days, golden, not olden, golden days of when you lived there. That's what they're doing.
It was just for me.
It's
They
just
knew
for
I was
you.
there. I mean,
Correct. Exactly. That is correct, exactly.
yeah.
I actually literally have no idea. I do think it's just kind of I think it theme-wise, like, it works. Like, you got Margaritaville and you got like, it's not like kinda do, like, an easy I think it's, like, the vibe versus the time, and it just happens to
Heights, it doesn't have to be from the parks, that's right. But what would we rattle off to include in a possible musical, movie from Universal Studios? We would talk about Back to the Future music, obviously. We would talk about ET music, right?
Jaws, Harry
Jaws,
Potter,
Harry Potter, that's a good one. Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park classic.
Uh,
That's not one, that's not I'm going through my brain.
I mean,
Those are the main ones.
those would be
Let's
the top. That would be the main five. Which of those five heists will give you the
Oh,
ninth?
listen, Daddy-O, Freudian slip, it's fine. It's fine.
Golden Day, Golden Day.
Listen,
Oh,
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, Danny Elfman.
Does that? We're gonna count it. We're gonna count it. We're gonna count
Did
it.
you talk about, or was it announced on Monday, the Danny Elfman musical score that's coming to Epic? Was that before you? I don't know if that was on around the Universal
Before
Stephers on Monday or not.
it was before or
You had,
after. It was
you had a
after we
lot of
already
news
were.
there, Universal news to talk about on the Monday Morning Monorail podcast.
Nah, there's. Let me tell you, Beetlejuice. Anyway, September 6th, coming to a theater near you. Not sponsored, but sorry. Rewind.
Jurassic
Jurassic
Park
Park
is.
is banger.
I mean, you play that main Jurassic Park theme quietly or slowly, you're gonna cry. It's just
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. We're talking about your trip, and you're getting away from the hard-hitting questions of which I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes.
So
Next hard-hitting question, Stephers.
There's a whole like food conversation I want to have. However, I'm going to ask the easier question. What was the merch? Like, what did you buy? What did the 8-year-old request?
Okay. And just to close the loop, Heist says E.T. is the first thing he thought of. Second was Jurassic Park.
Both of those are the correct answers. So,
I'll say this, right? So mostly it was Harry Potter related merch. So
That's
the
fine.
8-year-old got the wand,
Mhm.
got the pygmy poof.
Pygmy
what is-
Puff?
Yeah, pygmy puff.
Was it pink?
Yes.
Oh, twins. I
yeah.
don't know where mine is, but like my brother and my dad got me one 13 years ago, 12 years ago,
Huh?
however many old years ago.
And then each of us got our house shirts.
And?
So Hufflepuff for the kid.
Oh, twins again.
And then
I knew I liked her.
a Gryffindor for Mrs. Dillo.
Shocker. That's
And
not
then
surprising at all.
I had the hat
That's-
first, and then it was determined that I also needed the shirt. So
well, it doesn't surprise me.
but
Oh, yeah,
Stephens,
which
I
wand?
wanted to get that. They were promoting it, the red Islands of Adventure T-shirt for the 25th
Oh,
anniversary.
I know. Did you look online?
No, I saw it, but it
what's the
was
problem?
just it didn't have like 25 on it. You got to give me the number on the merch.
Did it
You
not
gotta-
have 25 on it?
Well, what I saw didn't. So maybe I didn't.
I know
actually see it.
people. I know people. Let me.
I need.
Oh, you know what? It might have been. I saw one and I thought there was a 25. It might not have been the one for the general public. So I'll see. It might have been like the pass holder shirt or something. I saw that was 25. Anyway, which wand did the 8-year-old
that
get?
would be it's the phoenix feather and the oak and the.
Okay, the fact that you remembered the type of, but not, was it someone's or was it like a special?
No, I mean it was the whatever got chosen.
A person pulled? Oh, okay. Listen, I don't know. Isn't it on the sleeve? Sleeve 25.
I didn't see it on the sleeve.
Listen here.
I mean, I was also exhausted at the end of the day, so maybe I just.
Okay, so really, his eyes were failing him at that point. Got it.
I mean, I thought I looked at it pretty.
No, you didn't. Listen, we'll fact check him. Don't you worry. All right, let's get into food.
Yes.
You were there 4 days. Oh,
Yes.
I missed the most important question, but
Okay.
let's talk about food, and I'll save that one for the
All right,
last.
you better
last
say it.
little
You better
bit.
write it down so you remember.
Oh no, I know what it is, and I cannot believe I forgot it up until this point. Food, 4 days worth of
Yes.
food.
Yep.
I'm assuming you ate all in the parks or city walk / resorts,
Correct.
and you didn't.
We didn't
veer
even
off.
rent a car. We were self-contained in the parks.
You really got the full Universal
100%.
experience.
We went for it.
Did you go to Orlando's best chicken restaurant, Cletus? Sorry, I can't even say that with a straight face.
No.
I don't blame you, but what did you end up consuming?
I'll do the 4 main city walk restaurants first. I did Vivo the first night. We did Vivo the first night.
Okay.
We did. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce the name of the Mexican
Antojitos?
restaurant. Yes. How'd you know?
Okay.
You knew it?
Because that's the only one that I knew you would go to. Continue.
Can you say the name of that restaurant again for me, please?
Antojitos.
There you go. Thank
J's are H's.
I know that. Auntie. I want to say auntie.
No. All right.
And then cowfish on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Sunday brunch before we left, we went to Toothsome.
Interesting.
So those are like
Okay.
the main
Hold on.
ones.
I have follow-up questions.
Yes.
Did anyone get the squid ink pasta from Vivo?
No.
First question.
No.
Okay, was the food fine?
The food was fine. There is
Don't be afraid to say something negative, because I have found that the past few times me and Jackson have gone,
Yeah.
it wasn't the same as it's usually. So
Here's the thing. There's a
I
couple
don't
of
know.
variables. One is that Jen and I grew up basically with like the two best
Oh,
Italian restaurants ever in our neighborhoods. So
okay.
it's a very high
Why would you go to Vivo? Anyway,
because we knew the 8-year-old would eat pasta. So
that's fair.
that's so
Yes, it does, Jeff.
here's the thing is that it was good, but there is something specific, and I'm not going to say it's Florida. I'm going to say it's not.
Florida. Boom,
It could
boom,
be
boom.
it could be most of the country cook sauce, this their sauce and the breadcrumbs on chicken parm and things like it's a certain kind of style that I can't wrap my brain around. It's enjoyable. I clean my plate. I didn't take a picture before of the meal, but I took a picture of the plate completely wiped clean. So I enjoyed it, but there's something about Italian food that again I had that nostalgia of like, oh, this was what it was like to eat at Italian restaurants when I lived in Orlando in the 90s, and I love it. I loved it for that reason
Okay,
alone, for the
did you
nostalgia.
do the burgers or the sushi or the
At Cowfish,
Mhm.
I did the burgushi of
That
the
thank you. I was like, what is the combined name? But like Stephers was gonna butcher that, so good thing you
but it was
didn't.
like a buffalo chicken burger roll thing.
Okay, and what did you,
Yeah.
I haven't had that. So like
Now
what was the vibe?
it was good. I thought it might have been spicier, and it wasn't. So that would
Okay.
be my one criticism, but enjoyable. The appetizer, we had the appetizer shrimp.
Calamari.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
crab dip?
yeah,
Crab.
no. It was a shrimp. There was a nice spicy sauce on it. Can't remember the name of it right now, but that
Mm-mm.
was good.
I don't know.
I actually preferred the appetizer to the entree.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Cowfit. What was the third? Antihita. Okay, listen. You can tell me about antihitas on your trip report because respectfully,
Again,
toothsome.
we knew the 8-year-old was going to eat like rice and beans or tortillas, or it was again leaning towards
Did
there
you
was
get the
these
guac
really.
at least? Tableside guac that you would have gotten a
No, we
show.
didn't do the
Okay.
tableside guac. You know why? Because we were at the pool earlier that day, and we had like a huge chicken nachos with the guac, so we were kind of like,
I'm so proud of you for getting the chicken nachos at the pool. Anyway, we'll
yeah.
get into that. We're gonna talk. That's the last question I forgot to
Okay.
ask. All right.
So yeah, we didn't do apps we just had burritos and whatever we had, and it was fine. And then
I'm skipping to toothsome. Yeah.
toothsome, I had the French toast with the egg and the burger. It was like this mega French toast
Did
meal.
you eat it all?
No, it
Okay,
was
good.
large, but it was
How
good.
was your service?
It was good.
Okay. No, that's in my brain.
Yes.
Toothsome is hit or miss. You either get really good service or
Yeah.
you get like questionable service or
Yeah,
like
he
the
was good.
food is like okay, but like it
Yeah.
could have, there's it's up and down. So I
Yeah.
was
No,
just making sure you got a good
he was good.
experience.
I did leave my credit card there, and then
Yeah, I
promptly
heard.
went to the airport after. So, uh,
So you had a great time.
I had a,
Such a good time that you forgot your card.
it was a good last meal. Oh, the patty melt French toast. Thank you, Pastor John. Appreciate it.
Okay. Any theme park food highlights that you'd like to kind of just You can also say no.
I
I'm
thought
assuming
because
you
we
didn't
did
have an
both.
ocean attack
Yeah, we
because
did.
you
No, we did 3
Mm.
broomsticks and leaky cauldron. Did like tradition. Not that we didn't do the English breakfast at 3 broomsticks, but the breakfast food was fine. A little oily, but it was fine. And then at leaky cauldron, I had the Scotch egg, and that was good. I enjoyed it with the beer, with the dragon scale.
Mm.
Trying to think of anything else.
If you can't think of it off the top of your head,
No, then no.
wasn't it? And
Yeah.
that is
Oh, you know what?
okay.
Listen.
You didn't do the Minions Cafe. I'm very surprised.
No,
Actually.
no minions. Too many minions. I can't believe I did as much minions as I did. I mean, I have an 8-year-old. It's not surprising, but
Mhm.
but I did. But the first, so there was a whole thing that happened with us traveling to Orlando, which I don't need to get into right now. But so we were exhausted, but we were pushing through to our 7:30 reservation at Vivo. So it got to like 5 o'clock, and we were all like, "All right, we're kind of done," and we couldn't figure out like We needed something of substance. So we were over by
You made a mistake.
not the Richter Burgers. What's the one after that? If you're going towards Diagon Alley, it's the
There's
it's the,
another burger place by
no, it's
Richter's.
not a burger place. It's
Oh.
it's Lombard's Landing.
Okay, that literally was not all right.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah,
I was thinking burgers.
I
was like,
remember I'm walking through it in my brain. I'm like, there's Richter's
Lombard's.
Burgers. What's after that? So I'm at Lombard's. So Mrs. Dillo grabbed something, and I'm like, I just need something. So inexplicably, and
Oh no.
many people know this from my lovely lobster bisque story with the penny that I threw up at the old NBA City on City Walk many years ago. Speaking of Toothsome, the previous NBA City, I decided to get the clam chowder
Mm-hmm.
from Lombard's, which back in the day people talked about as being. I was like, Miss Still is like, what are you doing? Why? What are you doing to yourself right now? You've been up since 4 a.m. You're exhausted, and you're gonna put hot clam chowder on this 98-degree day in your body when we're dehydrated. I'm like, I know. I don't know why. It's the only answer right now that I have. And luckily it worked out, but it wasn't a wise choice. Clam chowder in June. Exactly, Lewis.
It's the ... after what Lewis said that really speaks volumes.
It was a risk.
Okay, my last question,
Okay.
which maybe we'll see. When you were booking this trip,
Mhm.
you had asked me for my opinion on a lot of things.
Yes.
But the place in which you were going to stay, you asked
Mhm.
for my opinion, and I
Mhm.
gave you my opinion. Would you like to tell the people that are listening what you decided on and your thoughts? And I know, put it in the trip report. I don't care. I want to know because I want to know if you enjoyed my recommendation, and then if the answer is no, then I'm gonna cry. I just want to let you know if you say no, I'm gonna cry.
Well, I think the good news is, right, Stephers, is I don't even remember what the option was besides the one you chose. What was it, Cabana Bay or was it Royal Pacific? It was Cabana Bay.
Well, you asked me about all three.
Yeah, right. So yeah, it came down to Sapphire Falls, Cabana Bay, and Royal Pacific, and I don't even remember how it all broke out, but you recommended Sapphire Falls, and we were talking it through. We ended up going with Sapphire Falls, and I'm here to say, Stephers, that we enjoyed our time at Sapphire Falls.
Crushed it. Wrong, place, but crushed it. Okay. Highlights.
We had a lagoon view, which Vasilia recommended we do. So I'm going to put her up her IG again right here. And she's like, make sure you have the lagoon view. And we did. So that was lovely. And the pool was great. Like I said, we did a couple of beverages and the chicken nachos and a nice fruit plate at the pool on one of the afternoons. And the coffee was good every morning. And that's basically, it was sleek in that lobby, and maybe I need a little more theming in my life.
Did you smell the lobby?
It smells good. Good smell. Good, strong
I
smell.
think the sleek, I know what you're saying. You are also very used to heavily themed.
Yes.
And also Portofino Bay, very heavily themed.
Heavily
so
themed,
I get it. I think part of the charm of Sapphire is it's like a vibe, like a chill vibe. I think sleek. I think that's just part of the vibe,
Yeah.
Just like a precedent. It's
It wasn't so much. I'm like, ugh. It's not like I'm walking through Communicore Hall over here this week,
I ain't talking about that. Don't. That's a different podcast.
Like I said, I'm very happy we're all using the phrase Communicore again, even if it's not.
You know what phrase I wish we would use again?
Interventions.
But that's a pipe dream. It's okay.
I mean, I didn't get to have a drink at the Strongwater Tavern. And
you should make it a, even if you don't stay
I
there
would go back there
again. I would go and just have a drink, kind of,
I would stay there again, 100%. Again, I think the ease of getting to the parks from there is great. And there's a little part of me that still wants to try Cabana Bay.
No, do it. I
Yeah.
think what you should do,
Mhm.
you know, if you want to get your full value out of staying at Cabana Bay, you have to do a Volcano Bay day as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Oh, interesting. It's a good way to phrase that.
Because you
But
can,
what we
it's
did
right
talk about is
there.
whether or not we would upgrade, like whether we would try to do a Hard Rock
Oh,
situation instead. Just to see.
okay. I will
Yeah.
say it depends on time of year, depends. There are many factors, and I would never just tell you to upgrade just to upgrade. So,
Mm-hmm. 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 Because the thing is with the Express Pass thing, I like the 4 days there we did a lot, obviously, and the
I'm
things that we
very
didn't
impressed.
do, right? The things that we didn't do, which was Fast and Furious, right?
You're
I
not
mean,
missing
again,
anything. I was like,
we didn't do
okay.
anything in the DreamWorks technically because she just wanted to keep going on the Mummy. We didn't do Bourne or Horror Makeup or Transformers. We weren't like in that area, right? So, and then on the other side, Stephers, Saturday morning, River Adventure, Ripsaw Falls, Bluto, back to back to Ripsaw Falls.
I'm so proud.
Come
Like,
on.
nothing makes me happier than people going on water rides. And okay, listen, hot take. I could do well, actually, no. After our wedding, me and Jackson literally did one day where
Mhm.
we did first 4 or 5 hours of the day back-to-back water rides. Then we went back to our hotel,
Mm.
went to the pool, and you just make it a whole day of it.
Yeah.
Like, don't sleep on these water rides, y'all.
We did a
Honestly.
change of clothes at the park. So
See, look at you, even smarter. Like, I don't like to carry things, so like me, but like, I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
yeah, I mean there was a lot of $3 locker charges that day because of the amount of
Why didn't you just do an all day?
because I thought maybe I don't know. I
That's that planner in you.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the planner in you that was like,
No.
see, we'll play it
How
by
many
ear. It's fine. I'll book the trip like 2 days ahead. It's fine. We'll be
we
fine.
did this one like what was it?
Oh,
6 weeks?
you
8
did
weeks?
it very far in advance.
But
Yeah, yeah.
in the overall, yeah. But the thing is, with the Express Pass, I felt like we didn't really need it. So I
No,
don't
that's
know
what
if
I'm saying. Like, I'm
yeah.
very shocked that you got as much. I think if you went a little bit later, you would have
Hmm.
been SOL.
Hmm.
I think if you went in like July, August, you
Yeah,
also would be SOL.
yeah,
But I think you timed it pretty well.
yeah. I was very lucky. New York City schools, for some odd reason, had last Thursday and Friday off, which that's we eyeballed it from way back when. It was like, oh, there's a 4-day weekend here. It's before the schools get out for the year in the Northeast. Maybe we'll. So yeah, that totally worked out. But that's it. That's your questions. Is there anything else that because the one thing that didn't go over as well as I hoped because it is a favorite of mine is the Spider-Man sound crapped out at the end. So I felt like the
No,
8-year-old
that's sad.
was far down on the 8-year-old's list because she didn't get the complete experience.
That's literally my favorite ride at Islands. Well, not favorite, but like OG, like all time kind
Right.
of favorite.
I mean,
Hagrid's does take the cake for that. So
and I when I was there, that thing I thought about for a future podcast was to go through like the years of like what became our favorite ride when over the years, and like when did that and I was like, "Ooh, is it?" But in '99, at some point, I was like, "Was it Spider-Man? Was it Hulk? Was it Spider-Man? Was it Hulk? What became my favorite ride that year?" Because I go back and forth on both of them a lot.
I mean, Hulk, you didn't do Hulk, right?
I didn't this time. Mrs. Dillo did single rider.
Interesting.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
didn't want to. If one of us, I know I'll probably do it again before she does. So I was kind of like, "You do it. Let's take the time to do." And I don't want to waste time. You guys waiting for me as a single rider.
It's very fair. And I would say, did you do Poseidon's Fury? But
And the 8-year-old is heavy into Greek mythology, so that is
a miss.
unfortunate. It's unfortunate that is not there anymore, or it's there but just sitting there idly. I mean, they didn't gut that building yet, did they, Stephers? What's your intel?
My intel has not shared anything at this time. Um, nope, 8 years old. Never mind. Cancel that question. Let
Okay.
me think further in the deep depths of my mind. I think you covered most of what I wanted to know. I know I'm missing something though in
The-
my brain.
I see the Mystic Fountain is mentioned here,
Mhm.
and the Mystic Fountain was not speaking while anytime that we passed through. So the night bus, we find the one thing that creeped out the 8-year-old more than even the
The
mummy.
heads in the night bus.
Yeah.
Yep, they're special. They're special. Transformers. I'm trying to think what else is over there. You didn't do that. You didn't do that.
No horror makeup show.
How did you not even walk? You didn't even walk through that part of the park?
We did, but we walked up when we came back after the cowfish meal. We went that way, and that's how we ended up in DreamWorks and on ET. It's because we were like, we have to actually walk this way because you need to see the other part of the park. So
Didn't even go down the poop chute. Unbelievable.
didn't
That's
go
fine.
down the poop chute. Didn't do the
Missed
Trolls
opportunity, but that's okay.
The Trolls coaster. Wait times were longer than Green Dot
Listen,
for crying out
Woody
loud.
Woodpecker. Same thing. It's
Same
fine.
And she knows it. She knows a non-thriller. You know, she went on Flight of the Hippogriff, and she was like, "Come on, it's too short." When she was 5, Stephers, we went on Thunder Mountain, and then she did Goofy Barnstormer, and she was
Oh
like,
no, you gotta set the precedent. You gotta set the bar where the bar's supposed to be.
"Yeah, it
You
was
can't just
unfortunate." And she still is angry about Goofy's Barnstormer to this day.
Okay, so the answer is yes, she will return
Yeah.
when she's 13, 12.
Well, yeah, I think the two big things, right? Epic opening is obviously one of them, and getting out of that
Stephers
window.
Epic 30th.
But it is this 3 to 6 inch of height window she needs to, because she's
She ain't gonna get that next year.
48 3/4 inches. So
How many times do kids grow? I don't know how this works. When is the next growth spurt? Unknown?
I mean, I would say 12 is really. Are we gonna get to because she's got to get to what 51 for Velocicoaster. She's got to get to 54 for Hulk.
It's so funny. I don't know these heights, and I also don't know like the trajectory of like kids growing. So I'm
Yeah.
just like,
I mean,
mhm.
she's 4 feet tall right now, 4 feet tall, and
It's only a foot. It's
Yeah.
only a foot shorter than me. I don't know how to feel.
But she's got to grow a half a foot to go on Hulk. So, but she wants both Hulk and Velocicoaster. She would go on them now if she was able to.
So returning to Universal. I'm
Yeah,
winning them over.
I think the interesting thing will be how it balances out in the future. How do we?
Listen, she can come with Aunt Stephers, and it'll be fine.
All right, I'll get noted.
Everyone's sending their kids to me. I just want to let you know that I'm trickling them in, and then I'm gonna send them back.
Stephers, I wanted to make you proud on this trip. That was really the goal.
Listen, you did my favorite hotel. You did my favorite ride. No, I'll leave it at those two. I was gonna give you a third, and you rode water rides. I'll give you a third one, and you did the water rides.
Yeah,
solid.
Well, the water ride that was a birthday challenge years ago, and the day I went, I only was able to do Dudley Do Right. So finally, I got the trifecta because I had not been on Bluto's in 25 years. So I went. The last time I was on Bluto's was when I was a tour guide, and my tour guide pants were so wet and stuck to my body. I was like, never again am I going.
And then you went on Popeyes and you said, just kidding.
It's different with the fam. Yeah, it's a different thing.
I know. I understand.
So, well, Stephers, I appreciate you coming in as a pinch hitter here for Jen to ask me the hard-hitting questions. And I want to give you the opportunity to promote the monorail and the sippin' and the bitchin'.
You said it twice now in the show. Why are you like this? You can't say
I like
it.
saying
Jen's
it like
yell
the
at
sippin' and the bitchin'. That's why.
Stop, you said it 3 times. You guys, I'm so stressed.
But are you
I'm
promoting?
so
What are you
proud.
doing?
Oh, I'm promoting. Yeah, sipping and bitching. I feel really awkward. Monday Morning Monorail, which everyone here hopefully listens to because sipping and bitching. We're coming out with a new episode next Wednesday. So,
It's all happening.
yep, Adventures with Stephers on Instagram, and that'll link you everywhere.
All right, Stephers. Well, thanks for talking here for this past hour. Thanks everyone in the chat for
Thanks,
jumping in.
guys. Sorry if I had hot takes.
And I think we'll do this audio with. I have some audio from the 8-year-old, so maybe
And I
we'll
will
put that
listen to
together
it
as
just
our.
for the 8-year-old audio.
We'll do a wombo combo for.
Don't say wombo combo. That's not how that works. But no, that is how that works. I'm so proud.
For our theme park Thursday audio this week. So until next time, hey, that's Stephers.
That's me.
And I'm Frank. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The Dillo's Diz podcast is hosted by Frank Cardillo and Jen Cardillo Snyder. Music produced by Matt Harvey. Logos and video production courtesy of Snidillo Studios. Dillo's Diz Resort is our Patreon with tiers starting as low as $1 per month. You can visit dillosdizresort.com to learn more. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, X Twitter, and Facebook at Dillo's Diz. Check us out on YouTube by visiting youtube.com/DillosDiz. Don't forget to like and subscribe while you're there. We also have merch available on TeePublic and Etsy. For all this and more, visit our one-stop shop, dillosdiz.com. Dillo's Diz Podcast 2024.